Well, there's Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, I did get my David Cornsweet Superman. This is the 7-inch one, and it looks great. The sculpting, just everything just really works. And I do actually like the costume in the film. I do think covering up more and being actually kind of more conservative in a way kind of makes him a bit more sexy. And because of the trunks, I don't think they have him wearing those horrible compression garments underneath like the other Superman had to. So he actually has like a bit of a bulge and actually looks like a man just wearing a costume that he goes to work in. That's sort of the approach with this. It's not trying to be sexy or trying to look like some sort of second skin. That actually kind of does make it kind of sexy. But so I'm very happy to have this. They did a great job of the sculpt. I look at it and it just makes me happy. Now Cavill, I got that one not that long ago. It took forever to get the material cape, and then to get a affordable one without buying the 2-pack. But this is too dark. I know in the film the costume looked quite dark, but in reality it's a lighter blue and the cape is more red, more rich red. This is very sort of rusty, but the sculpt is really good. But the paint, his face, he looks like he's wearing too much pancake makeup and he's trying to look like he just, went to the beach. Whereas Cornsweet, for example, even though it's painted, it looks like more of a real skin tone. Looks a bit more like real skin. It's got a little bit of satin finish to it. I suppose this is really matte. It looks like it's like orange chalk sort of drawn on his face. And then of course we come to the best, of course, Christopher Reeve. I love this one because it's bright, and it's of course Christopher Reeve, but the colours really, really work. This one I think is actually a little bit darker than it should be. In the film and in all the press photos and all that made the costume not look so good, it does look lighter. So I think he should be lighter. I think he's at least one shade too dark. And I don't know. There's that whole issue: do they go based on what the costume looks like or how it looks like on film? Most people want how it looks like on film, but then you see photos of the costume, and you know that actually that's just the lighting and the grading and all that sort of stuff. So, but so I managed to get the 3 main cinematic Supermen with material capes. It was not an easy feat. The waiting and the haggling and struggling to get a good price, and also because the Cornsweet one, they did 2 versions. They did one with Crypto and the material cape, which was the deluxe expensive one, which I got, and then they had the regular one, which had did I say plastic cape? Had the material cape. That's the one I got. The other one was the plastic cape, and they did 2 versions of that. The battle damage one, which was all dirty, and if you wanted to go dark, you could have the dark one for the dirty one. So have the dark and dirty costume, then maybe the lighter one that looks more like the actual costume. That's what I would have done. So there's a little bit more to differentiate them, so you get more chance of someone buying both. But I just really love these. I love that I now have a 7-inch figure collection now. I've got a bunch of DC Multiverse figures. I've got some Masterverse figures, and I actually got a couple of classics, which I decided not to buy the classics and not to go down that route because I didn't want to rebuy the whole collection back then, all the Master Universe. But then I ended up doing that in Origins anyway, originally thinking I'd combine the Origins with the original, and then when they didn't really work, I decided just to get all the Origins anyway. So, but that still cost less than I think buying the classics after the fact. And at the time when they started coming out 20 years ago, I didn't have the money. So, I just wanted to share these because I just think they look great. And just because I hate James Gunn doesn't mean I hate Superman or hate David Cornsweet or this figure, because it's a great figure, he looks good. Why wouldn't I have it in my collection? But, Christopher Reeve will always be my Superman. Even though, Cavill looked great and they took him seriously. Cornsweet is a bit more Christopher Reeves, a bit more kinder, but he gets trashed for it. And I think that sends a mixed message. And then the other thing I had to mention is really weird with this is he comes with 3 faces. I'm not going to go there. But one, obviously, he has the red around the eyes, he's got the laser eyes and all that, that's fine. But the other 2, I can't tell the difference between this face and the other 2. I think one has a frown line and that's it. the face is exactly the same, but a frown line. And the other one, it looks exactly the same. So if anyone can tell me what the difference was between the faces, feel free to share it with me because I cannot see it. I even forgot to add them in my review when I did like an unboxing review sort of thing. I forgot all about the faces because they were just so inconsequential. Yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new figures and the 7-inch collecting, in general. And maybe go to the channel, look for other videos, share, like, subscribe, all that. Because YouTube doesn't really promote smaller channels anymore, so we need to really fight for our